What's going on, boys? No guys here, welcome back to another video. We're going to go over the tactics in a second. We're going to go through all the tactics individually, should I say, but I just want to say one thing first. This is important. If you're not an Elite 1 player or an Elite 3 player and you can get there without trying, do not worry about where you finish. It's important because, let me explain this to you. This weekend league, the delay is something else. And this thing, if you're a Gold 1 player and you're trying very, very hard to get Elite for the first time, it's no point. You're going to stress yourself out. I'll give an example, right? So I can't play because of my wrist. I've been playing to Gold 3 for the past couple of weeks. I'll go to Elite next week, try to go for Elite 1 because it's, team of the season, Premier League. But this is the thing. The way the game is going, everyone is basically playing like this. Everyone is basically playing like this. And they're just passing the ball around. So what they're doing is they're getting the ball, lobbing it here, lobbing it. So when you come towards them, they're lobbing it there. And it's the thing. It's not about who's better player anymore. It's about who's got the most patience. A game of chess like. Without a timer. It's a complete different game, and that's what I'm trying to say. Look, my best advice is, if you normally get 7 and 3, my best advice, let's say you get 7 and 3, my best advice is, think about it. So think about your first 10 games. If you're getting 10 and 2, then maybe go for like your best weekend league ever, your best record, whatever. But let's say, for example, this week you are now, let's say, I don't know, 6 and 4. In my opinion, just scrap the weekend league, just play for fun. Because I'm telling you, when I'm winning, I'm getting frustrated. Why? It's because I can't play the way I want to play. All people are doing is literally getting the ball, passing around the back like this, passing to their centre backs. Then I run towards them, they switch the ball, they lob the ball, they go there. It's not even worth it. So that is my best advice I can probably give you before I go into tactics. The first thing I'll say to you is, probably have to reduce your width and by in every formation by 1. This is my ultra attacking formation. Constant pressure, increase the depth for your ultra attacking formation, just simply because you're going to need this formation. Team of the season cards make a big difference. Now these are the instructions again. I'm just going to skip through these because I'm pretty sure you know these tactics already, but feel free to, of course, pause the video at any time if you want to see the reasons why. I got both my left centre mid and my right centre mid on get forward. And then my left back and right back, if I want to bring them forward, I always use that with my D-pad. Tap to press up, and then I press left for hug the side, up and then right for hug the sidelines, then up and then left for attacking fullbacks. That's my ultra attacking formation. This is the formation I'll be using when I'm losing. What you may have to do as well is increase your width to about 7 to 6. The reason why is when you are losing, or let's say when you're losing against a decent opponent, they'll start switching the ball from left back and right back. Now before, this used to be only the elite tier players doing it, like on a very regular basis, but every single person is doing it now. So you need to be wide as possible during team of the season to get the ball back. Especially with team of the season players, they're pretty quick. The 5-3-2, this is my one. The way that I played it, I made a video on it yesterday. The way that I would recommend doing it is going something like this. And then depending on how the game goes on, you can adapt it. So you can bring down the width. Because if you're too narrow on defense, your opponent has the ball, it's harder for you to get the ball back. So do bear that in mind. But it's the exact same system, exact same instructions. Stay forward, stay central. In delay, what I found is putting target man. It's only if you're doing first time fake shots. I know people like to abuse the bridge and stuff like that. If you want to use skill moves to get the ball to your striker, then do a skill move. I'd recommend target man on one of the strikers. So for example here, I have Neymar on target man. But just do bear in mind, if you have the left centre mid and right centre mid on get forward, sometimes Neymar might go, or the player might go to these odd positions. So do bear that in mind as well. We've got both the left centre mid and right centre mid, both of them. This meant to be on cover centre. We've got both of them on get forward. Left back and right back, again on stay back while attacking. I mentioned how they go forward on the video yesterday. So obviously during team of the season, you might want to go to defensive 5-3-2. So press up on the D-pad, then press left. That's how you activate attacking fullbacks. You turn that on, then they will go forward. It's like a light switch. As soon as you turn it off, they won't go forward anymore. They will stay back. So even though this is stay back while attacking, the attacking fullbacks overrides this. So do bear that in mind. Unfortunately, my light ran out of battery, but so apologies for that. So fingers crossed you can see me, but if you can't, I apologies for that. But that is, of course, the 5-3-2. The 3-5-2 is a formation I'm using the most now. We've got balance 4-3, long ball 4-3. Again, I prefer this formation a bit more because it's just a bit better for my, because I don't shoot outside the box. I don't cross the ball. For my style of play, this is what I like. And as I mentioned, it's kind of like, it's a 4-4-2, as I mentioned many times with a cam. It's a 4-2-3-1. Sorry, 4-1-2-1-2, should I say, in the middle with a left mid, a right mid. And it's basically a 4-2-3-1 when you're attacking with 2 strikers, an extra striker. So that's why I really like the 3-5-2. Stay central, stay forward for one of them, stay central, come back, get it behind, stay forward for my cam. You can leave all 3 of them on stay forward like I do, but bearing in mind with team of the season now, people have got team of the season players that are bringing on, they're rapid. So we know you might need players to recover, so do bear that in mind as well. Left mid and right mid both on comeback and offense, getting behind the usual. Both CDMs are cut past the lane, stay back while attacking, cover center. And the back 3, of course, on stay back as well. Goalkeeper again on neutral. And then we have the ultra defensive formation. Now, before we go on to this formation, I want to say something else. It's very important. I want to show you this very, very quickly on Footbin. At this stage of FIFA, it's very easy to get some of these cards. Players like Moiskeen, they're very, very good subs for 70k. If you've got about 70k, 100k now, forget all these gold cards, in my opinion, and go get some of these team. Like, for example, I'll give an example, right? Tagliafico, if you have 200k, 150k, as a CDM, this guy is a top tier card. If you want like a high CDM, someone that can distribute the ball, hasn't got the best weak foot, because his passing is so good, I think he's definitely a good card as a CDM to use. So my best advice is, if you can, try to get some of these cards are game. Like, if you've got a gold team like I have, it won't last. You know, people are going to say to you, get the job done. I'm telling you, it won't last. So the back line is fine for like Wan-Bissaka and Semedo, but if you've got players, I said to you yesterday, if you've got players below 83 sprint speed, you're in trouble. I think you need 90. I'll be honest, because these guys are flying forward. Even if you try to manually switch in time, it's hard. From ultra defensive, we got balanced, 4-3 balanced, and again, you can use either the 4-3-3 or the 4-2-3-1. I'll go for the 4-3-3 first. These are the instructions. This is the anti-counter-attack, not counter-attack, team press tactics. So this guy will kind of drop deep, and that way you have an extra man in midfield. This guy will basically drop between defenders. When you attack, you basically have a back line of 5. That way you can prevent someone who's got 4 players on stay forward and players on getting behind. The striker will kind of come into midfield and help you, so you can basically distribute the ball around. Try to put an agile play in striker. So these are the instructions. Of course, feel free to copy them. Pause the video because this is a bit easier for you as opposed to me to go over it. Stay back, and this guy, of course, got to drop between defenders, cover centers, and edge of the box. Left back and right back on stay back. Now I have my wingers there, just typically speaking, because they're left backs and right backs. I don't really need traditional left back and right backs there. So if you want to, you can use them if you trust yourself, because with left back and right backs, it's all about positioning. And then the tactics, if you're going to use the 4-2-3-1, it's the exact same approach. So this would be the 4-2-3-1. I normally put because if it's a defensive formation, you put them all on comeback. If it's attacking, you can put both the strikers and the cam on stay forward. Because it's a defensive formation, we can do the same. And this would be the defensive variation. So this is the first one. This is the defensive variation. I put this to 4-4. That's a defensive variation. If you want to make this attacking, someone asked me this last week, put this on stay forward, put this on stay forward, and put the most attacking centre mid on balanced. And you can leave this on balance as well. So the most attacking midfielder, you put him on balance. That way you can make it a more attacking formation, and a left back and right back on stay back. Of course, you can use long ball as well if you want. It makes it a bit more attacking, and feel free to increase the depth as well. That's what I said. You're going to find that most of these formations, they should be fine. If your opponent is becoming very much narrow in the final third, you might need to increase your width to make your team wider. So that's why I normally, if someone's playing, very, very narrow, I normally use the 4-2-3-1, and I use hug the sidelines with my left mid and right mid to distribute the ball. That's how you're going to destroy someone who's playing very, very narrow. If someone's playing very, very wide, it's the exact same thing, but the opposite. Drop the width down, go to a 3-5-2 or 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, and concentrate in the middle. If you find your opponent's got the ball and he's passing the ball around, you may need to increase your defensive width, especially when you're losing. So you might have to increase your defensive width to 6, because otherwise your opponent will get, let's say he's got the left back's got the ball here, you start pressing, he will switch the ball. If your width is very, very narrow, you're going to be like this. But if you've got a wider width, you're going to be a bit bigger, and it's easier for you to press the ball. So do bear in mind, you might need to change. But as I said, in my opinion, just chill. It's not worth the pain. I said, if you're a gold 1 player, let's say sometimes you get elite, play your first 5-10 games, see how you do. If you get 10-1 or 10-0, then carry on to elite. If, for example, you normally get 6-4, and this time you got, I don't know, 6-6, just go for gold 3. Chill. The elo will come back. You know, you'll face lower tier players, but don't think, okay, look, now I got to, you know, I'm 6-6. Now I got to win, I don't know, like 17, whatever it is, 17 games and get one loss to get elite. Forget about it. It's the best advice I can give you because too many players are stressing. I'm seeing top 100 players getting 25-5. I'm seeing regular elite players getting a lot. Even me, myself, I knew I was going to go to gold 3 anyway because of my wrist. But, you know, I was in my first 5 games, I played 2 verified players. I went down in all my games. I had to come back, clutch it out. And I realized I don't want to play this way because I was playing aggressive when a game started and I was going down 2-0, 3-0 because that's the way I wanted to play. Then I had to kind of play try hard and come back. I ended up being 5-1. And after, for example, I said to myself, is it worth it? It's not. I'm not going to Elite 1. Next week I'll go to Elite 1, but I'm not going this week. So it's not worth it. So that's the most important thing is don't stress yourself out. I think people are not talking about it. It's not worth mentally because even when you're winning, you're going to hate it because all you're doing literally is passing the ball around and your opponent's doing the exact same thing. Everyone's passing the ball back to the centre backs. It's not worth it. So that's my 2 cents. So play your first 10 games, see where you are there realistically. See, okay, if you're normally like, 10-2 and you're an elite player, maybe go to 15 and see where you can go from there. But if you're like 10-4, just forget about elite, get gold 3. You still get team of the season players. You still get your red picks. Don't worry about it. And I'll tell you for many years, I've got an elite 1, elite 3 and team of the season packs. I'm not joking. Sometimes I've got better rewards from gold 3 than I have from elite. The only way elite is worth it is if you want the monetary value. But again, if you're not a regular elite player, don't stress. Some of my friends that are regular elite 3 players didn't even make elite this week. So be prepared. But anyway, guys, that's just kind of my 2 cents. But I thought it was very important that it's important. Don't stress about it. No one cares. You're not a pro player. You don't need to get 30 and 0. You haven't got people watching you. No, even I got people watching me. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Don't care what anyone else thinks. Don't care what your friends think. Have fun. Enjoy the game. If you can't enjoy the game, take a break. Take gold 3 and that's it. Don't stress. That's kind of my advice. Anyway, thanks for watching, boys. Take it easy and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.